The holiday season is more than just festive lights and gift giving. It's a golden opportunity to elevate your brand and connect with your audience on a deeper level. In this episode, we unpack the secrets to crafting memorable holiday campaigns, building brand loyalty, and standing out in a crowded marketplace. Hey, lady bosses, are you working even after putting the kids to bed but still not getting results?
Are you tired of spending money on ads that aren't getting engagement?
Do you feel burdened that you aren't fulfilling your purpose in life because you are so consumed with work?
I'm your host, Brooke Boltz. I'm an attorney and founder of Boltz Legal. I started my business and in 1 year was bringing in 7 figures and am now bringing in multi-7 figures.
And I'm your co-host, Rachel Boltz, owner of Boltz Media. I've helped many businesses build their online presence and increase their revenue through digital marketing.
Want to hear how we did it?
We are here to help you achieve your goals personally, professionally, and spiritually.
So kick off your high heels, sit back, and let's ignite that passion.
We're Miss Biz, where we're putting the Miss in Biz.
Let's get biz done. Deck the halls and start receiving those calls. Christmas is a great time to build your brand. So we wanted to share with you some ideas today to help get those creative juices flowing and help you to make the most of this holiday season.
So I think one of the most important steps is having some type of plan, right? Because a lot of us, we get busy during the Christmas season and we're just trying to do all the things that we need to do in the most time-effective manner. But really, set aside some time to strategize what kind of impact you want to make, who you want to build relationships with, and start planning it out so that you can make the most out of this holiday season.
So one idea is to utilize Christmas light displays to bring awareness to your business. So something that we did this year at Boltz Legal is we have white Christmas lights on the roof of our building in the shape of 2 lightning bolts.
It is so cool. It's the first thing I noticed when I came into the studio today. It was just how unique it was, and I can't wait to see it at night.
At night, it's really cool, especially because we had the time change recently, so it gets dark earlier. So from 6 p.m. through the next morning, they're lit up, and we have our office space on a road that gets a lot of traffic, but the building itself doesn't usually get noticed. Even our signage has other business names on the sign itself. It's one of those, what's the word for those? I forget the name of the sign, but it's got everyone's different sign out there. And so mine doesn't really get a lot of recognition. So putting these lightning bolts on the top of the roof really helps draw attention to the building, and people will hopefully remember we're here even after the lights come down.
And I think even if you can't necessarily put a specific image like a lightning bolt or something relevant to your brand, I think even just putting the lights around the roof would help you draw attention to your building and where you're located.
Yeah, or an inflatable or whatever. So any kind of decor that will draw attention to your office space is going to help raise awareness.
Absolutely. Another way that you can maximize your impact is by offering give-backs, giveaways, ways that you can give back to the community. Or if you have like products or services, you could do like a giveaway on social media or email marketing campaign to where you can give something back to the community or your clients.
Yeah, there's so many toy drives in this season that you can participate in or even host. The Angel Tree toy drive is a great one, and there's just so many opportunities to give back, and just hosting one of those type of events is or drives is a great way to both benefit the community and also raise awareness of your business.
It also helps increase your online reputation too, because people see that you're not just wasting all of your money on expensive dinners or fancy cars. You're actually doing something to help the community or help a very specific need, which makes you look like a desirable brand. And I forget what the exact statistic is, but there is data out there that shows that when you give back to a community, people really connect with this and they want to support you because you are out there making a difference and trying to help others.
That's a really good point, because you have the online appearance of this is someone who gives back, but think about the people who are actually receiving the benefit of what you're giving. Those people are going to be touched by your generosity, and they're going to remember that if they have a need for your service at some point down the road.
Absolutely. And if you're like a products-based or a service-based business where you can give something to the people that are already doing business with you or even potential new clients, that's a great way for people to experience your brand firsthand. And more than likely, you'll be able to get repeat customers because they've seen for themselves with zero risk what your services are like.
Another way to build your brand during the holiday season are events. Something that we're participating in this year for the first time, which I'm really excited about, is Rachel and I are emceeing the Christmas parade here in Oviedo. And kind of just a little backstory on how that came to be. I am friends with the person at the city who organizes and coordinates all of the events for the city. And so she had been asking me if I was interested in sponsoring some of the events, which typically looks like having a booth. And we've talked about those type of events where you're there with your booth and you're talking to people as they come by and maybe giving something out, etc. And I kind of said to her, look, I've done some of that this year with the booths and I'm kind of just burnt out on it. And I'm not really interested in just having a booth. And so she started brainstorming with me and gave me the option to be a sponsor as the MC. And that was much more appealing to me because I will get to speak to the entire audience of thousands of people who are there for the Christmas parade. So then we started brainstorming, how do we make the most out of this event? How do we make it memorable and not just stand up there and announce? And now we have the Chick-fil-A,
Right.
float coming by, and now we have
Boring.
Right. I mean, I think that's what many people would do, but we wanted to be more memorable than that. So, Rachel, what are some things that we did to stand out in this parade?
Well, you know us, we wrote jingles because we've always got to do something with music. So we wrote jingles for each one of the floats so that we can give them some memorable recognition as well as they drive by.
So the floats are predominantly other businesses in town. Some of them are like the Boy Scout troop or whatever, but a lot of them are businesses. And so we wrote little jingles that are set to Christmas carol tunes that we're going to record audio and also make a little video. So that's something that we can also gift to these businesses that they can use during the holiday season that will promote them and also promote us. So it's really kind of a win-win, and hopefully those jingles will really liven up the parade with some music and some fun. And so that's one of the ways that we're making impact through this parade. Do you love the Miss Biz podcast?
Because we love you.
Here's 3 things you can do to show your support.
1, write us a review. Apple or Spotify are the best platforms for reviews.
2, join us for our Friday Zoom calls at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To RSVP, go to MissBiz.com homepage, scroll down to Miss Biz Connects, and click the link.
3, follow us on social media. Our handle is at Miss Biz Podcast.
As always, thank you for your support. couple other things. Of course, anytime you go to an event, you want to be doing things to get the contact information of the people who are there. So we have a giveaway that is going to be a PlayStation. So in order to be entered to win the PlayStation, we have set up a landing page on our website where people can follow the links to like us on social media, provide an email address, and do some other things that will entitle them to a certain number of raffle tickets. And then sometime after the parade, we'll pick the winner and someone will earn this PlayStation. So chose the PlayStation because the parade is predominantly a lot of children, and we thought this would be a really appealing giveaway. A couple other things happening at the parade. I bought, actually I don't know if I mentioned this, actually I did show you.
Yes.
A lightning bolt costume, like a mascot costume that I'm gonna force one of my children to wear.
I'm sure they can't wait.
And so that will hopefully not only bring people to our table, but also just be memorable. Again, I'm trying to drive home this lightning bolt image and logo as often as I can to start helping people remember who I am. And then finally, we're giving away little, what do you call them? They're little lights, like light up lights. They have a handle and then they're shaped like a Christmas tree and they light up with red and green. And so it's an evening parade. And so we have like 500 of these little handheld lights that we'll give out to all the kids. So they'll be running around in the evening hours carrying our little lights. And so I'm hoping that's going to be a really fun addition to the evening and also something the kids enjoy and are excited to receive, and something that just also helps raise awareness of the firm.
So for your business, some things that you can consider would be to, if you don't have the option to be an MC, is you could be in as the float for one of these businesses. It's not very expensive to participate and it gives you some recognition in that regard. Another option is some of the schools will have events. I know one time for Boltz Legal we did a Christmas drive-through, and what the kids did or what the parents did is they drove through, and then the different businesses at the booths would come up to the car and give them like little gifts. But one way that we did that is we didn't just have like a normal booth with our branding, we made it a Christmas theme, and I came up with the idea of Grandma got ran over by a reindeer, and we had it looking like a legit crime scene where Grandma had like a chalk outline and there was a spotlight, and I had a big poster made with Rudolph and his mugshot. And so that was something that everybody remembered, even years later, because my kids still go to that school. They remember me from that booth.
Really?
So yeah, so just coming up with different ways where you can be extremely unique and on brand with who you are is going to really help, because you don't want to blend in. You want to make sure that people remember you and they know how to get in contact with you. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Meet our expert team at Miss Biz.
Whether you need help with business strategy, brand development, or digital marketing, we have a personalized one-on-one coaching program just for you.
And if you're looking for something more budget-friendly, our group coaching services offer incredible value and the chance to learn alongside like-minded entrepreneurs.
Transform your business today. Visit MissBiz.com and start your journey to success. I had forgotten about that event, but that was a really great event. There were hundreds of vehicles that came through that evening. And just as another idea, if you're looking for other things to give away, we had fidget spinners that were snowmen. And so the kids
they loved it.
Really enjoyed those giveaways.
Yeah. So what are some other things that you're doing this holiday season?
So when it comes to networking, I am hosting a holiday party for, sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Phew, excuse me.
God bless you.
Thank you. So I started a while back a Facebook group for the moms of the school where my children attend. So they go to Master's Academy. And over the course of time, we've got probably 60 or so moms that are part of that Facebook group. And we have get-togethers every now and then. And the way this can, this idea, you can, sorry, the way this could be duplicated in your business is to just look at those places that you are already and organize the group. There are moms who are a part of the school who don't know each other, and how often would it be great to be able to reach out to a mom to say, hey, is this homework assignment due tomorrow, or did this test really get bumped to next week like my kid says it did? And so just being able to connect with other moms was a need that wasn't being fulfilled at my school. And so I created the Facebook group, and then we do the get together. So it's networking, but it's in a place that I already am. I'm not having to go out and find people every time we have an event. I've already got the audience created within this group of moms. So anytime you host an event, getting people there is the hardest part of it. So if you create the group ahead of time, then you just organize the event and you've already got a built-in audience who are going to come to the event. So going back to the holidays.
Yes, and I was going to say, if you don't have kids, so maybe you don't have the opportunity, another thing that you can do is if you're part of these other larger networking groups like the Chamber or Rotary, you could essentially do the same thing with the other females, or if you're a male, the other males within those groups to kind of try to strengthen those bonds.
Yes, and that brought to mind another idea. I just became a board member of the Chamber of Commerce here in our city, and one of the things that I'm proposing is to start having events for the spheres within the Chamber, because the Chamber has something like 600 plus businesses in it, but a small percentage of those come to the events. And so when you come to an event, what are you looking for? You're looking to make connections with certain people. You're hoping that realtor is there if you're a mortgage person. You're hoping, but you don't know for sure. So if we coordinated events within the Chamber just for people in the real estate world, then I'm going to meet realtors at this event. And so just making subgroups within the bigger groups. And if you are in that real estate field, then host it. Say, I will agree to coordinate the events for the realtor sphere or the real estate sphere. And now you're not having to find an audience. You've already got the members of the Chamber, and you're just notifying them of the event, and the people pay their own way, so it's not an inordinate expense on you. So network where you are, figure out where you are, the things you already are doing in your day-to-day life, and find ways to maximize that. So for me, I'm a mom, spend a lot of time with the kids at school, so this was something that was convenient and in my space. So the Christmas party that I'm hosting is going to have a mom hack gift exchange. So each mom is going to bring a mom hack. An example would be a stain remover, Grandma's Secret Stain Remover, that is a great hack that you use in your mom life, and you give it. One person's going to receive your gift. So everyone will leave with a new mom hack, and you'll be hearing all the mom hacks of all the moms who are there. So it's just a fun but valuable event that attracts people to want to come. If you're doing a business Christmas party, do a biz hack gift exchange. Whatever the theme is of your group or common interest of the group, you can do a gift exchange in that way to just a little more valuable than a random white elephant, which is just a lot of times alcohol.
Yes.
So if you be a little more intentional about what type of gift to bring, it can bring more value to the attendees.
You know we're all about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case, no trouble. All about that case.
At Boltz Legal, we are all about your case. Text or call to schedule a free consultation for all your legal needs. BoltzLegal.com.
Absolutely. And last but certainly not least are gifts. Gifts are huge for strengthening relationships and building rapport. But with Christmas gifts, I think a lot of people come to expect it. So really to have the most maximum impact, you have to think about things that whoever's receiving it is really going to appreciate. Not just what you want to give them, but something that's really going to stand out. It's going to be different, and it's going to mean something.
Yes. What are some or one gift that you're excited about giving this holiday season?
So one gift, I'm really big into personalized gifts. So I generally try to find out what my clients like. So a lot of them I know very well, so it's not very hard to think about things that they like. But for the ones that I don't know, I actually have to put on like a private investigator hat and start looking at their social media and finding out as much information as possible. I will even reach out to some of their friends. If we have mutual friends, I will reach out to some of them and ask them, and then of course ask them not to tip off whoever it is I'm asking about. Or if I'm able to find out who their children are, I'll reach out to their children, explain who I am, what I'm trying to do, to see if they can gain some better insight. So personalized gifts is something that is always a really big hit, because it's not like you just went to Walmart and picked something up. You actually had something created for this person.
Yes, personalization is key, and an idea I heard this year that I thought was really clever is if your recipient is a business owner themselves, then you could get them an ad somewhere that would be visible. So for example, in the city where I live, we have parks, and businesses have banners in that park. So you pay a fee to have a banner in the park for the whole year. And it's not really that expensive in comparison to the exposure you get for an entire year. So if you know that there's a specific park maybe that business owner frequents for their kids' softball games or baseball games or whatever, you can buy a banner for their business that hangs up there year round, and they get exposure for their business. So I think that is a really great way. And if you can't afford the banner, you can do an ad in one of the local magazines or any exposure. As business owners, we are always looking for ways to build our business, and advertising is expensive. So if you do something like that for them that gains exposure for them, it's unique and something that I think they would really value.
Also, if they have any charities that they support, a lot of businesses will have either different nonprofits that they're trying to raise funds for. Just making a donation towards that would mean a whole lot, because you're supporting something that they're obviously very passionate about.
Yes. And I can tell you that, going back to the banner example, let's say you hang a banner, that people who see that banner are going to go back to that person and say, I saw your banner at the park. So even if the person you give the banner to isn't going to that park often, other people are, and they're going to say, I saw your banner at the park. That was so cool. I feel like I know a celebrity. And then they are going to be constantly remembering you, who gifted that to them every time someone comments to them that they saw their banner.
Yes.
So these are just some ideas. Hopefully this helps spark your creativity to come up with some new and fun ways to celebrate the season and also build your brand. Have a Merry Christmas to all of our listeners. And if you have any creative ideas, we'd love to hear them.
We appreciate you and are honored to be on this journey with you. We can't wait to help you, to encourage you, and show you how to grow personally, professionally, and spiritually.
If you found Miss Biz helpful, please leave a review and share with others.
You can follow us on social media at Miss Biz Podcast.
For legal questions or services, please visit boltzlegal.com.
And for digital marketing needs, please visit boltzmedia.com. Let's get biz done.